gotta make sure that it's on because sometimes it'll tell me that it's on and then it won't be on. There we go. It's on. Shout out to everybody that's already tuned in. I see y'all. Without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and get it started because when you're doing lives, you gotta push things in, turn things on. Da, 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 da. Let's get into it.
For the Couch Chronicles, where there ain't no fucking limits. Limits.
Every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday from 8 Central Time. You don't never want to miss a couch. And now we're live every Wednesday and Friday from 9:30 a.m. Central Time. That's every day of the week. Yeah, tune in. You don't want to miss this shit. It's the Couch Chronicles, where they know what? I know you said it.
Okay. This is from my first album, Scars.
They try to take me in my square, but it won't work. And if you come in with the enemy, you'll get hurt. Cause I'm not gonna keep playing these games with you. If you want it, you can get it. Now what you wanna do, it will behoove you to stop all in my blood. Cause I will cut you if I can't cut myself. So please let me change so I can be great. I'ma let you make it, hey, so I can make it, baby. I'm just trying to make it, I'm not faking. I know I made some mistakes, but I promise that I'll be great, yeah. Girl, you don't know me, please stop saying that you know me, sis. Bro, you ain't fuck me, so just miss me with that pussy shit. No, I'm not frontin', if I fucked you, then I fucked you, shit. Why must we lie about it? Somebody bring the Bible, because you said you stay in facts, but we know you a liar. Wait a minute, you they friends, so they riding regardless. Ain't no point in stating facts, cause they hide it regardless. I guess that's loyalty, but you don't know me, G. Why you hating on me? They try to take me out my square, but it won't work. And if you come in with the enemy, you'll get hurt. Cause I'm not gonna keep playing these games with you. If you want it, you can get it. Now what you wanna do, it will behoove you to stop all in my blood. Cause I will cut you if I can't cut myself. So please let me change so I can be great. I'ma let you make it, hey, so I can make it, baby. Oh, you mean no good to me. You would rather see me losing. So I keep a tunnel vision for who's hating on me. Circle small like a dot, so I'm always lonely. My music is my homie, so y'all really don't know me. Quit acting phony. Now as I said before, you can make it. Because I just wanna be greatest for the taking. I've been down too long, so it's time to be up. All the way from the pen, now I'm trying to stay up. I said they try to take me out, but it ain't work. They tried to take me up my square, but it won't work. And if you come in with the enemy, you'll get hurt. Cause I'm not gonna keep playing these games with you. So go on and tell me what you wanna do. It will behoove you to stop boiling my blood. Cause I will cut you if I can't cut myself. So please let me change so I can be great. I said so I can be great.
So I can be great. Come on, who ain't trying to be great? Thank you. Who ain't trying to be great though? Like, come on. Let's get into it. Give me 1 second. Oh, hey, it stayed on. Okay, I'll make sure. Hey, y'all. Today is Stop the Gun Violence. So let's talk about it. I got some facts for y'all, and I got some things that I want to talk to y'all about. I mean, so let's get right into it. If you just now tuning in, it is the Couch Chronicles, where it ain't no fucking limits. I do this every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday from 8 Central Time, and every Wednesday and Friday from 9:30 a.m. Central Time. So if you're tuned in, you're here, I appreciate you. Thank you. Like, for real. It means a lot to me. Before we go on, I do want to give a moment of silence for the ones who didn't make it here today for whatever reason. Let's give this moment to them. Stop the gun violence subject is a staple on the couch as well. I'll be telling y'all about all the staples that's on the couch. So let me tell you guys what else is coming up, and we'll jump right into the episode. Coming up, sorry. I know I got it over here somewhere. Okay, there we go. All right, coming up on the couch, we have on the 16th, or excuse me, the 15th, Save Your World. We'll be talking about Tulsa and much more when he comes on. On the 16th, we got Robin and Rayshawn. She is one of my TikTok followers, and I noticed that she dropped a book, and she's trying to make it go viral. If not even trying to make it go viral, she's just trying to get more people to read it, or whoever it resonates with. And I'm like, well, you could use my platform. Like, let's do it. So we're going to talk about her book and much more on the 16th. On the 22nd, we got CJ Skinner. We're going to be talking about the Cost of Beauty film that they dropped and the soundtrack. So if you guys are on any music platform, make sure you type in Cost of Beauty and the soundtrack will pop up. Check it out. So that way on the 22nd, when we go live, you'll know, you might have some questions about one of the songs. You never know. So we'll talk about that on the 22nd. Also coming up, January the 14th. Oh, that's today. Excuse me. January the 21st, Sickle Cell Talk. January the 26th, Swept Under. January the 28th will be Shroom Talk. And January 30th will be Fuck Fentanyl. Now, if any of these subjects resonate with you, you are more than welcome to come sit on the couch. It's all about love, support, good vibes, and positive energy, and that's all we trying to spread. If you guys have been tuning in, y'all know my friend Laquita Smith was missing, and she is now found. I don't have any more information to give to you guys except for she is found, she's safe, and she's good. That's all I have to tell you, and that's all you really need to know. She's found. Shit, like, I'm excited, I'm happy. I don't even care to know the details as long as I know that she's safe. So, for today, we'll stop the gun violence. Like I said, you're going to be getting some facts and some things that's actually happening here in Oklahoma, because I'm in Oklahoma City right now. That doesn't mean that because I'm in Oklahoma City that I don't allow other guests come from different states, because I invite anyone. I don't care who you are, what you're doing, where you're from. Let's talk about it. The shirt that I have on today, this is Kamaje. Kamaje was killed, shot and killed 2 years ago. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Sorry. He was shot and killed 2 years ago. And I bring him up today, and I bring him up actually every time I do Stop the Gun Violence, because 2 years ago I started Stop the Gun Violence, and he was part of the reason why I started. Not saying that it wasn't important to talk about before then. I just didn't. I would talk about it in general, but now it's a staple on the couch. Just recently, Mariah Hunter was one of the ones who was charged. Mariah Hunter was charged with his murder. Well, one of the ones that was charged with his murder. And just recently, they dropped all of the charges on her due to good behavior. I can't even tell you how I would feel as a mother to know that one of the people who's responsible for my child's death is getting to go home, is getting to celebrate and be good and everything. That's it. All she had to do was just sit down for 2 years, and that's it. It's fucked up. You know, and it's fucked up for anyone who has to deal with any type of gun violence, especially when it comes to children. So a lot of the facts that I have today is going to be based on the adolescents of this world right now. Not even of this world, of America. These are American statistics. So if you're in another country, please let us know what your statistics are as well. Just recently in Oklahoma City, I don't know if you guys have been paying attention to the news, but let me just give you a little backstory about downtown Oklahoma. Downtown Oklahoma, that's where they have the Paycom Center. That's where a lot of the hustle and bustle goes on. So when you think about downtown and how they're building it up, you think that it would be super safe out there. Well, that wasn't the case at Wyndham Hotel. And Wyndham Hotel to me is that, I mean, Wyndham, come on, y'all. Oh, you would think that This is gonna be safe. I'm at work, or I'm in the hotel, or I'm minding my whatever. But it's not safe anywhere. No matter where you are. You could be at work. You could be at home. You could be asleep in your house, and your house can get shot up randomly because somebody's driving by shooting. And it happens, and it just happened right at Wyndham Hotel. A young 22-year-old boy who was working up there. His name, Sunjay July. Sunjay July was working to pay for his dental school. Never been in trouble, none of that. Thinking that it's a regular day at work. Instead of it being a regular day at work, he was murdered by a 16-year-old. One of the guest children. I would be raining down on Wyndham, the parents, the child. No, really. Are you fucking kidding me? And my thing is this, and I was just asking my friend because she actually works at a hotel. I'm like, so when it comes to hotels, what's the policy when it comes to firearms or any type of weapons? She was like, well, you're not supposed to have weapons. Well, what are they doing to make sure that there aren't weapons entering the building? Like, how are they making sure? Like, how do they know that one of the people that's upstairs in room 333 isn't strapped? How do they know that the front desk clerk isn't strapped? Because you can say it all day, but what are you doing to make sure that it's not happening? No, really. What are you doing to make sure? And if I was a staff member there, I would not feel safe at all. What are you doing to make me feel safe? It's not even safe to work at a hotel anymore. Imagine being a housekeeper, a helpless housekeeper, and 90% of the housekeepers are women. And someone gets mad at you for whatever reason because they're having a bad day, they're drunk, whatever the fuck. And they pull out their firearm and boom, you're shot. What did your job do to make sure that that didn't happen? Nothing. All they did was write it in the policy saying no guns, no weapons. But they did not ensure that there was no weapons on the grounds, period. They didn't. That is negligence. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Wyndham, it needs to be held responsible too. The fuck? Yeah, Wyndham, you need to be held responsible because how do you have a policy that says no guns, but you have nothing to figure out if someone brought a gun in? Now, I understand that what y'all probably gonna look at me like I'm crazy, but do y'all remember when Columbine happened? The shooting at the high school? You know what they did? And this is really and truly, if you was in the ghetto, let's be real, they already had metal detectors. But ever since the Columbine shooting, they put metal detectors in schools. In schools. Now let me ask you this. If they can put metal detectors in schools, what the fuck is the reason why they're not putting metal detectors at the hotel doors? What's the real reason? Because if you trying to say it's a money thing, y'all make hella money. Y'all never close. Y'all open on holidays. And you can't pay for a simple metal detector on each fucking door. That's mind-boggling. Yet y'all got all these schools laced with metal detectors. Schools with children. Preparing them for prison for real. But if they can afford to put metal detectors in schools and make kids feel uncomfortable, why the fuck can't we make adults feel uncomfortable at these hotels? Why the fuck can't we do that? To at least ensure that you're safe at a hotel. You said it's one of those, if they want to, they will. Exactly. If this situation doesn't force or make each hotel put a metal detector in it, I wouldn't even, if I was y'all, I wouldn't go to no hotel ever a fucking again. Ever. I don't give a fuck how convenient it is. No, really. If you must go out of town and stay somewhere, get an Airbnb. It's a little bit more strict, of course, but I mean, did you plan on having parties at the hotel? No. So why would you plan on having parties at the Airbnb? I'm just saying, now, sometimes there are parties that's being taken place there. I'm not saying that, but you have to specifically find the Airbnbs that allow you to do that. Other than that, they got a whole sensor now that lets them know if there's a party happening, and it will shut you down, period. But that's besides the fact. The fact is, you're more safe at an Airbnb than a hotel called Wyndham with no metal detectors to ensure your safety. You can at least ensure your safety at an Airbnb that ain't nobody really gonna be around. Not saying that it can't happen. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that at this moment, it's safer than the Wyndham. You can be an employee or you can be a guest, and you're liable to get pistol whipped and shot. And you would think that the OKC Thunder winning the championship, you would think that them bringing up Oklahoma, that they would at least, not saying that this, don't take this the wrong way, but at least respect downtown. Like, there's no place that is safe. And I'm not talking about just us as civilians. I'm even talking about with ICE. We are not fucking safe at all. And if you think that you are, congratulations. Let me give you an applause. If you think you are, clap it up. You said, I just cried to my wife last night. Wow. Because it's so real. Like, stopping the gun violence is going to take the whole village. I keep saying that. Right now, the world is on tip. Everyone. I don't care who you are. Everyone has some type of uneasiness when it comes to waking up and stepping out into the world. When you are in fear, it's no telling what you might do. Scared people could kill a motherfucker like this. Dead ass. I've seen some scary motherfuckers in prison beat the fuck out of somebody that they were scared of because they were so scared. They didn't even expect to win. They was like, oh, I didn't even know I was going to win. I just was scared. And yes, it's like that. So imagine the whole world is scared. Okay? Now imagine the whole world is scared and they have a license to carry. That's more shootings because, number one, somebody is scared. They got this gun, and a lot of times when people are scared and they have this gun, they're not thinking rationally, so they're also, it's fucked up for the people that got a license to carry that have ill intent, because they got a license to carry, yeah, because they ain't never been in trouble a day in their life, but that don't mean that they ain't thinking about getting in trouble. That don't mean that they ain't got murder on their mind. Yeah, the first nigga that I see that says something about Trump, I'm going to shoot them in their face and it's going to be justified. And really, it really happens like that. It really fucking happens like that. They can use the fact that I'm scared. It's so much stuff going on right now. The tension is so high that that's all I could think was shoot. People are getting free passes right now to murder any and everyone, including ICE. ICE, they getting the ultimate pass. If you got a mask on and you ICE, that's it. That's it. They're getting away with murder. Now, I want to bring this up because the other day, y'all gonna laugh at me, but sometimes when I think of questions, I record it to myself because I'll be like, I want to ask that. Now, let me ask y'all this. If it says in the Bible, thou shalt not kill, just hear me out. It says, thou shalt not kill. It don't say thou shalt not kill. And in parentheses it says, but if you, it don't say that. It just says thou shalt not kill. Right? So does that mean that anybody in the Navy, the Army, the police force, ICE, that shoot, kill, and murder someone, that they're all going to hell? No, really. Because it doesn't specify who that you can kill. It doesn't say that. It just says thou shalt not kill. Well, just because you got permission to kill, does that mean that you got a free pass to heaven? I really just want to know. It stopped the gun violence. So I'm asking, if thou shalt not kill, who is okay to kill? When is it okay? Is God gonna be like, you know what? I'm gonna let you pass this time because you was in the Army. I'm gonna let you pass because you ICE. No. I don't think so. I don't think it works like that. So for the ones that's condemning anyone of any type of sin, and you've murdered before, whether you on a police force or not, I don't give a fuck. You going to hell right along with us, like you said. You said we going to hell, you going right along with us. I'm just saying. Because if thou shalt not kill, you just shouldn't kill, right? So what on earth gives anyone the right to pull up a weapon and point it at somebody and kill them? Now, I know y'all probably looking at me like, girl, you went to prison for shooting a man that raped you. I did. I went to prison for shooting a man that raped me. He survived because he was on cocaine. He got half a face and he'll never forget me. Do I have any regrets? No. Did you see me blink? Not at all. Because it's no regrets. I'm not saying that I might not get condemned by God. I'm not saying that. It is what it is. I made my decision. But what we can do now to help the gun violence is, even if you have a license to carry, you have to literally, and I know that some moments you don't have time to think, but you have to start thinking before you carry and put yourself in a position to go to hell. Yeah, let's just say it like that. To go to hell. You don't want to go to hell? Then don't kill. It doesn't matter if you got a badge on or not. If thou shalt not kill, thou shalt just not fucking kill. Period. I know that was crazy to say. I know. Did you know that every 12 children die from gun violence? Every 12 children. And 30 more are shot and injured. Guns are the leading cause of death in the American children. These are American facts right now, like, for real. I'm not excluding any other country. I'm just telling y'all that when I looked it up today, because I was curious about America, because America, we are in this big bubble of bullshit. And I say that because there's motherfuckers that literally are looking at America and they're like, I'm not coming there because they're going to try to kill me, take my organs. And it's more known right now that Oklahoma is scary. I mean, not Oklahoma, but America is scary to be in. People are canceling their flights to come to America. Who the fuck wants to come here? And for the ones that's like, well, then y'all need to get out. You are part of the problem because you think it's okay for what ICE did to Renee. You're one of those ones. And don't think that people haven't been reading and watching these comments and unfollowing some of the people that they thought was cool or thought that they was their friend, whatever. Whenever you start to see people's beliefs, we ain't on the same tip. We ain't on the same page. And what you feel and I feel is totally different. And I just can't get along with it. I'm so sorry. Like, I don't care if you was my mother. If you looked me in my face and told me that Renee was in the wrong, I'm not your friend no more. We not cool. Because if you can say that Renee was wrong for what she did and that ICE was in the right for murdering her, then you can never, ever, ever have my back and make sure that I'm good. I'm black. It's going to be some shit that I'm going to be put in. And you going to be like, oh, well, they was justified. And no, motherfucker. You ain't finna do that to me. That's called gaslighting. America is gaslighting us trying to make us believe that ICE is in the right. ICE is never, I'm going to repeat this again, ICE can never be in the fucking right with a mask on and a motherfucking gun in their hand. Let's just put that out there right now. There's nothing that can be right about someone who is supposed to be upholding the law, but you can't even see who the fuck they are. How is that okay? That's called an assassin. Did y'all know that? That's an assassin. You don't want me to know your identity? You're a fucking assassin, bitch. And I can't fuck with it. Fuck ICE. And I don't give a fuck. They never started off good. And they still doing bad right now. No matter how much you hate another race, whether you don't like Hispanics, whether you don't like Africans, whoever the fuck you don't like, if you are an American and you white and you feel like, oh, well, ICE is doing the right thing, I hope they fucking get you too, bitch. Hey, sorry. Because y'all are not considering the fact that people are living in fear. And it's, to me, I feel like causing more death. Because when you scared, you're going to hurt. When you scared, you're going to protect. When you scared, you're going to keep this gun up. You ain't even going to want to put that bitch down. Because you don't know who's out to get you. And now they're saying that ICE can walk door to door and knock on each door. But I'm going to be the first to tell y'all this. You do not have to answer your fucking door for ICE ever. Ever. Matter of fact, don't ever open a door or don't even let nobody talk to you if they can't even look you in your face with I don't give a fuck. If you can't see their face, don't say shit to them. If you can't see their face, they here to kill you. Think of it like that. If you cannot see their face, don't give them no grace. Since the shooting in Columbine, 390,000 children have experienced gun violence at the school. 390,000. According to the Gun Violence Archives, 2024 saw more than 1,400 children and teens from the ages of 0 to 17 die by firearm. 3,700 were injured. Yeah. 4.6 million Americans, 4.6 American children, let me say that, live in a home where at least one gun is kept loaded and unlocked. 4.6 million Americans? 4.6 million Americans live in a home. Y'all hear me? 4.6 million where the children, they even know where the gun is stashed at. That's 4.6 children that can be potentially killed from either shooting themselves or shooting somebody. Nearly half of all parents with a weapon in the home, like I said, wrongly believe their children don't know where their gun is stored. They wrongly believe that. Thank you. In 4 out of 5 school shootings, at least one other person had knowledge of the attacker's plans. These are facts, you guys. These are things that you can look up yourself. Does that not scare you, make you feel some type of way? Children living in poverty, urban and rural areas, are more likely to die from gun violence than their more affluent peers. So that means that if you brown and living in poverty, you're more likely to die from gun violence. More likely. How do you get up every day and don't feel some type of way about that? That we are the statistic. One out of every 5 gay and lesbian youth have been threatened with a weapon at their school. So I want to say this because there's a lot of parents that I do know personally that I've met that actually don't allow their kids to be gay. They don't want their kids to be gay. They do and say things to make them feel worse than they already feel because, I mean, they want to talk to their parents about being gay. You know, they want to talk to their parents about the feelings that they have, but they can't talk to you about it because you're making them feel condemned, like they're going to hell. And then they have to go to school and be physically threatened by another student who doesn't like their choices. So not only are they getting it at home, but they're getting it at school. It's fucked up. Black youth are 4 times more likely to be killed with guns than their white peers. I'm not bringing up race for any reason. This is what the facts are, what they wrote for gun violence. These are the statistics. This is what they said. Has it proved us wrong? No, let's be real. Let's be real. Has it proved us wrong? Children of color, listen to this, are far more likely to experience campus gun violence more than twice as much. And for Hispanics, it's more than twice as much as well. Actually, I'm sorry. More than twice as much for Hispanics and over 3 times as much for Black students. You said they don't live in the hoods of America. Yeah. And 90% of teenagers are killed in an act of dating violence, and 90% of them were girls. Now, listening to these statistics when it comes to our youth, what is that telling you? You said they follow people they don't even know. Exactly. And it's also telling you that the influence that's out right now is tremendously influencing them. And the fact that ICE is terrorizing the world right now, America right now, even more so would you see more people, more parents more children with guns, committing crimes, or just out of fear carrying this gun and not even giving a fuck who they shoot out of fear at all. The only thing that we can do is use our platforms, use our voice, share, talk to our children if we have children, you know, even if you don't have children, if you are one of those people that like to talk, go to a youth center and talk to the children. You said they decide to live that life. No, that's not true. And the reason why I say that's not true is because the parents decided to live that life. The kids all they know is they want to be just like mom and dad. And if they see mom and dad put a gun up, they don't know what the gun is for. They don't know they just know their mom and dad had their gun. So I'm cool. It can be just as simple as that. And then they could shoot and kill their best friend that was there. You said they only know what they are shown. There are great parents out there. There are great parents out there. There are great parents out there that have a license to carry, but their kid doesn't know that it's a license to carry. They just know that their parents has a weapon to carry, and they want to be just like them. So now they got the gun. They being threatened at school. They don't know no better. They get the gun that they seen their parent have, and now they shoot the whole school up or whoever was bothering them. So yeah, there's great parents out there. Some great parents, children have committed murder. Not because they wasn't raised properly or because of that. It just was because this is what they assumed that life is supposed to be like. I see my parents carrying, so I have to get that whenever I'm feeling threatened, and I'm feeling threatened at school. You just heard the statistics. Kids are getting threatened at school. Kids are being punished for being gay. They only know what we teach them. They only know what they see. They only know what is presented in front of them. And if they don't know that, hey, if you feel this type of way, you should really talk about this first instead of getting a gun. They don't know that because we're teaching them right. We're not saying that we're not teaching them right, but we're not teaching them how to deal with emotions. And sometimes whenever you know how to deal with emotions, then you know how to put the gun down because you're like, oh, you know what? I don't have to kill you because you just cut me off in traffic. But if I have an anger problem and nobody taught me how to deal with that, then, hey, first thing I'm doing, I'm shooting. Not even thinking about it. So, it can go either way. We just hope for the best, wish for the best. And the only thing, like I was going to say, is all we can do is speak on personal experiences and give scenarios and teach. That's all we can do is teach and try. The only way I could try is use my platform. I don't have kids, but I have kids that sometimes, thank you. I have kids that sometimes come back and listen to the couch and they hit me up like, my mom never told me that. And I'm like, oh, wow. I'm not trying to take in place of your parents. I'm just speaking on when I was a child, I went to DHS custody at the age of 14. So when I was in DHS custody before then, I needed to know stuff. I wanted to know stuff, and my parents wouldn't tell me. So I would have hoped that somebody would have did the same thing for me. So I'm trying to be that person that I wanted when I was a kid. You said some of the parents don't understand. We also need to teach the parents. Exactly. So again, I'm appreciative, that I get kids that come back and re-listen, but I also get the parents too, and they listen to me because I was the child. I'm not a parent. They listen to me because they like, you know what, if you felt like that as a child and you still go through this, then there ain't no telling what my child is going through. Thank you so much for putting it in that perspective. So I'm not just speaking to my couch potatoes. I'm speaking to whoever it will resonate with, and whoever, wants the information, whoever wants to change, you know what I'm saying? Whoever sees themselves and be like, oh, damn, maybe I am guilty of doing that. Or maybe, self-reflection. I'm appreciative for that. So I love y'all. It's Couch Chronicles where it ain't no fucking limits. I do this every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday from 8 Central Time, and every Wednesday and Friday from 9:30 a.m. Central Time. Tomorrow we have another guest. If you guys missed last night's guest, Brittany Ogle, oh my gosh, she was telling her daughter's story, Sinai, and Sinai's Angels Foundation. Whew. I can't tell you guys how much I cried yesterday from yesterday's episode. Like, just to hear, just go back and rewatch the episode. You can rewatch on Facebook, THA Couch, or you can listen on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or Pandora. Couch Chronicles No Limits. You said, one day, can I join your podcast? Abso-fucking-lutely. Would you let me interview you? Like, let's do it. DM me. Like, if you ain't scared, let me interview you. Okay, DM me. I got you. Period. I love you guys so much, and I definitely appreciate y'all for tuning into the couch. It's a wrap for today, but it's okay because I'll be back tomorrow. Actually, if the game is tomorrow, actually, I got a guest tomorrow, so he'll be here, I think, at 5 p.m. Central Time. I will be posting it on the Facebook page, so make sure that you watch the Facebook page, and I will make sure that I put it in my stories on here on TikTok. You said I was a foster kid myself. I went into custody at 15. Wow. Wow. I went into DHS custody at the age of 14, and I aged out in prison. So I went from DHS straight to prison. You said, tried to blackmail me, but I told him, wow. Yeah, let me make sure I follow you guys. I don't know. I need to make sure that how do I think I did. I'll do it after, but I'll make sure that I'm following everybody. If you follow me today, I'll make sure that I follow you back. If I didn't, please DM me to make sure that I follow you back, because I'm gonna try to get to everybody. I really appreciate you guys for even sharing your comments and even just interacting, because you don't have to. There's literally people that will sit there and just be like and watch you all day. I'm one of them. I watch ASMR all the time. Yes, thank you so much. Yes, and I would love to get you on the couch too. Let's talk about it. I want to start talking more about DHS, because DHS gets away with a lot. And I'm not just saying that because of what I went through. I'm saying that because of what we all went through in custody. Thank you so much. I love you guys. Sending positive vibes, love and energy. Couch potatoes, I love you, and I will see y'all tomorrow. Have a good day. Thank you. Love you, wifey. Okay, hold on. Stop playing.